Hey guys, Meteorologist Chris Tomer. Let's do this afternoon weather update. We'll talk some of the latest numbers and data. Here are my bullet points. So still looks like the bullseye setting up for the Pacific Northwest, British Columbia. We're going to see probably 4 feet of snow or more in a few different locations. So we'll detail those. And then there's a larger storm system on or about 2.5, which will come out of California and the west coast and then sweep and kind of wrangle all that moisture up and sweep it across the Intermountain West. So Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Colorado will then get snow in addition to California. And then there's another storm that will follow a very similar track between 2.8 and 2.9. And then maybe another storm system for around 2.11. So all of that is in my forecast today. I want to show you what it looks like right now. So this is visible and visible satellite. Big low here, you can see that's getting ready to nail the Pacific Northwest and BC. Another low behind it and another low behind that. So we've got a nice little wave train set up here with everything sort of following the jet, and it is poised just like this. So you're looking at a very rich feed with all this moisture being transported into the Pacific Northwest, BC, and then eventually 2.5 that will wrangle that moisture, run through California and then into the interior, and then you've got another low and then another low behind that. So you've got the 2.8, 2.9, and then potentially 2.11 storm system. I wrote all about it, just published this, christomer.com, my blog, Pacific Northwest BC Bullseye and storm system for 2.5. Take a look at it. There's the setup. We just talked about it. I'll take the jet full. So this is 2.11. You can see what's happening. Amplified jet, big dip in the jet, and a nice trough getting ready to nail the Pacific Northwest, BC again, and the West Coast. And that would run across the interior Rockies. So it's going to be just like the 2.5 and 2.8, 2.9 storm system. So at one point it looked like we might actually have a high pressure setup across the four corners. Now it looks like the flow is fast enough with different lows coming in right on the heels of one another. That high may be very short-lived. So let's talk about the timing of all of this. This is the forecast radar and satellite. So here we are Friday morning at 6, 2, 3. There's your big slug of moisture hitting the Pacific Northwest. Another storm right there's the 2.5 storm. Moves into the interior on 2.6. 2.7, a little bit quieter, but here comes the next storm system by very late 2.7 and 2.8, 2.9. I'll run that out one more time. Friday morning at 6. There's Saturday morning at 6. I mean, we're just seeing these big lows continuing to nail Pacific Northwest BC locales. There's Monday morning 2.6. There's Tuesday morning 2.7. And then there's the end of the day. So pretty active. More active than it looked like it was going to be a few days ago. So this is we've got like 3 different lows lined up. For Baker, this is going to be a big period. You can see my forecast totals and timing all the way through 2.19. I mean, I'm forecasting 4 to 5 feet of snow on Mount Baker. All right, there are my my numbers, forecast totals, all of my numbers through different periods and time frames. I'll show you those coming up here. So this is time period 1. This is the rest of today through 2.4. Starting to see some effects there, especially late 2.3 into 2.4 with about a foot up in Whistler and Baker, about a foot down in Shasta. And then the numbers really pick up. So this is 2.5 through 2.11. And this captures the storm on the 5th and then the 8th and 9th as well. So we're looking at a couple of feet there for Tahoe up to Shasta, down towards Mammoth. And in that time period, about 50 inches up in Baker and Whistler. And there's going to be blow-off up to Revelstoke. And now I think potentially up to Marmot Basin. Red Mountain does well. Central to northern Idaho will get a fair amount, and about a foot there through Big Sky, Jackson Hole, and Grand Targhee. And I've upped my numbers for the Wasatch as well to about a foot, and then about 4 to 8 for Colorado. Here's a specialty map just for the Pacific Northwest and BC. These are grand totals, so all of today, basically the remainder of today through 2.11. And again, I mean, big numbers here, 50, 60, 70 inches through Baker, Whistler, and Rainier as well, a little bit less over Stevens, but some nice snow into the interior of BC as well through Revelstoke and Red Mountain. All right, one more stop. Into the northeast, the rest of today through 2.11. Nothing big here, 1 to 6 inches. Most of that's Vermont, northern Maine, northern New Hampshire. And again, there's just no one organized storm system. A lot of this is just fast-moving clippers that come through and sort of brush the area. All right, guys, there you go. That's the afternoon update here. Always appreciate you tuning in. Take care.